Welcome. So, I finally can talk again. I really wanted to share what I learned. Last month, I challenged myself to talk less and listen more. To be honest, it was a struggle. And I want to share exactly what that challenge looked like in this video and what I learned, as you know. So I'm gonna start off by saying that I shared this journey of what I learned as I was learning it on Twitter. If you have Twitter and you would like to follow along, you can find me at Esther Vibes. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, Esther_vibes. Anyways, I figured every month I would just challenge myself to do something I kind of struggle with. And obviously, if you've looked at my YouTube channel, you know that I have thousands of videos of me talking. I'm a talker. Your girl talks like there's no tomorrow. It's honestly very, very interesting how this monthly challenge unfolded. So one of the first things I noticed about this challenge was how much I actually talk. No surprise, a lot. What I was also surprised was how I listened, how I was really almost like not really listening to people. I was just waiting. Like, I'd grasp one thing they said, and then my mind would formulate like, oh, they said that they feel tired in the middle of the day. Solution. My mind is wired to find solutions. But sometimes people just want to share. Sometimes they don't exactly like want a solution. Sometimes they're just like, they want you to just empathize with them. And my mind is wired again to talk and to find problems and to solve them. So that would not work out that well. But I kept on remembering that it's okay to like think of a solution, but the important thing is to like go back to the moment, listen to what this person is sharing, and just try to understand where they're coming from. And yeah, you're gonna have to respond because you're not really listening if you just like nod your head and say yes. You're gonna have to respond, so it is good to be thoughtful about your response based off of what they're giving you. But try to go as deep as you can. Like, yes, your mind may come up with solutions and suggestions of things to say, but like, put those to the side and bring yourself back into the present moment. That was a skill I think I really learned and I'm honing more and more on. Active listening. So, there's a Bible verse, and it's Matthew 12:36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." Here I was, and I knew that I was condemning myself at some point with how much I was talking. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, this, that, the other thing. And then when it comes time to show up, I realize that I've overcommitted because I've told people all of these things, and now in reality, I cannot deliver on that promise. And that's definitely something for me personally. It really rubs the wrong way with the core values of, the way I have trained my spirit and my being. It really, really, it feels so frustrating. And then even in that frustration, taking accountability and saying, I did say that, and I repent. I cannot live up to my word. That. So just say less. say less. So I've always been somebody that likes to share, with the world. I love to share. Obviously, again, if you look at my YouTube channel, you know that I like to share. But there was a problem here because I was sharing a bit too much. I was sharing half-baked ideas. And when you share a half-baked idea, you're up to no good. It's not a good idea unless it's not going to get baked. After you take it out, like this is a great knife. It's not super sharp. You're not going to put it back in the oven. You may have thought, oh, I'm just going to take out these cupcakes halfway through to show everyone. All you've done is hurt yourself. And this is the biggest thing I learned throughout this monthly challenge of speaking less and listening more. The more you talk about your goals, your ideas, whatever it is you want to manifest and bring into the world, the more likely you are not actually going to do it. You've tricked your mind. You fooled it in some way. All right, and this is Satan's game, right? Oh, just tell everyone. Oh my god, my hair is actually quite tight. You guys see that? That's the capacity that my brain is on right now. And when you share and you tell people, you get this endorphin, you get this dopamine feeling like, oh my gosh, I got, like, people said it was cool, they like it, and I'm excited now, and it's like I'm already halfway there. No, you're not. You just literally opened your big mouth and you said something, and it gave you the illusion that you've done something, but you didn't actually do anything. So this has been something that I've really been working with. When is the right time to tell people what I'm doing? The right time to tell people what you're doing is when you've done it. Yeah, that is the biggest lesson that I pray that you take away, is that don't share your half-baked ideas with people. Share them when they're done. Because people are gonna, if they're not, like, polished, they don't have to be totally polished as well. For those that struggle with perfectionism, they just need to be at a point where you can present them. But they're done. You're not asking for suggestions on, is this idea, I really want to do this project. I'm making a piece of art. What do you think? Like, unless you're being very clear, again, with your words, and you're using them as the tool, the powerful tool that they are, to connect with others, to bring to light a vision you may have in mind, and to bring that into life, it requires you to be quiet, sit down, and do the work. Man, this is reminding me of another challenge that I tried for, I think it was like a week, and it was about do not read. For the week, do not read. I went to a library. I was choosing books by the cover, okay, by the color, by the picture, because I wasn't gonna read. I was just like, this is for next week when I can read. I was on social media and I realized how much I read comments. You know how many people comment? Not all the time, but a lot of the times it's because they feel inspired, they want to take action. The easiest action to take is to write something and share it. And so the same thing happens when you're creative or you're creating anything. And I fall into this, especially if you have a startup. Don't fall into the trap if you have a startup to just start raising money. Tell everybody about it, fundraise, get angel investors because your idea is so good. Just do it. And people will be like, well, my startup requires like really expensive materials. Well, can you make a prototype that works with what you have? Because I can almost guarantee that if you think you need these things to start your startup or whatever project you need, you don't. For the first initial action that you have to take, God already gave you everything that you need. But again, the devil may say that you need this, that, and the other thing to succeed. So that has been the biggest thing I've learned. I have been able to listen more and hold myself back from saying things. Gossip, that has been a whole other thing. holding myself back from gossiping, from saying things about people. You know, emotionally, I feel some certain aspects or situations or stories are charged within me. And it only takes one person saying one thing for them to fling out. Well, let me tell you how much self-control and this challenge has really challenged me in terms of, you know, holding my tongue back. Not saying anything, even if, like, emotionally, you know, it's going up and down and it's crazy. Just allowing myself to tap into this spirit of self-control and realize, like, okay, they saying that, I'm saying this. I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna hear them out. I think I've gained a better perspective of people, like seeing them where they are, and people think I'm more calm because I refrain from talking. Like, it's incredible. It really is the power of not talking. It also, weirdly enough, has reduced the amount I consume, like, which is weird, but when I do share something, I feel like it's even more potent or powerful and intentional because I'm reducing as much as I can what I'm saying. And through that, I feel like whatever I do say or whatever I do share, it has this more weighted impact to those that I'm sharing it with. And it's truly beautiful, The last note, mentally, it has helped clear up a lot of what's going on in here and here. Oh my goodness. So when you talk, and I have seen this, and I have been that person that talks without really listening to what they're saying. And, when I tell you, I gotta eat your words. You gotta eat your words. Like, imagine you telling people this, giving them advice, XYZ, but you ain't even listening to your own. What power does that have? Nothing. No. My friend, I realize how beautiful it is to practice the art of listening, and more importantly, practice the art of saying less. Say less. I challenge you for a day, a week, a month, you know, however long you feel like is fit for your being, to go through this challenge of talking less and listening more. Honestly, I was listening so hard, like I couldn't have two things going on at the same time because I was just picking up on it and I was being so receptive. Like, it's like this little muscle in my brain being trained to really listen to the essence of what is being presented to me in every moment. And I feel very thankful. I don't know exactly how that will play out, how this will impact, you know, the future, the next month or year, or whatever situations may arise, but I am so thankful that I took the time to challenge myself to talk less and listen more. It really helped eliminate a lot of the chatter within my own mind, and to realize that it is important to simplify and clear out. So that's what we're doing this month. This is a month that we will be challenging, I will be challenging myself to make good micro decisions based off of, now that I've taken in all this information and I've really been listening, I can hear my heart more clearly than ever, to be honest, in a long time. I realize that we have some decisions to make, and the first one is to cut out clutter. But that will be a video in the next, you know, at the end of the month, after I successfully complete this challenge. Rules to go by if you're looking to challenge yourself every month or week. I really encourage you to make your own rules. You know yourself and you know what you can do. I'm pretty lax on it. The idea is that I'm building a soft skill that will help me later on the line. I'm going to continue to practice listening more than I speak. But now I feel like I've taken a month to intensely do that as best as I can. And I always just approach these challenges within my heart, knowing that I will do the best that I can to achieve the goal I may have set in mind for refining and developing this skill. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I pray that this inspired you to challenge yourself for a time frame and see what happens and see how you can develop your being, cultivate your soul. Okay, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Namaste.